Hi everyone, welcome to the new video. So this video is for freshers. After interacting with people who are new to DevOps and freshers who are going to start DevOps, I understood that they are doing the tutorials of each tool. They are doing the tutorials of pipe CI/CD tool, then Docker, then Kubernetes, but they are not able to link these tools, like how these tools will work in actual environment, and how these tools are interrelated, and because there are so many tools, so how we are going to use it. And this confusion is real because I was also in the same position when I was starting DevOps. I was not able to link all these tools. So this video is for clarifying all this confusion, that how these tools are interrelated and how it works. So yeah, let's start. So mostly we run Docker, we will take tutorials of Docker, then we will run Kubernetes, we'll take tutorials of Kubernetes, we'll take Jenkins tutorials. But we don't, after taking tutorials, we are just messed up that how this actually works in companies, which tool we are using, how the flow is. So today we'll discuss about that. So the real flow in companies is, first of all, the developers will write code, the code is pushed to Git, code is built. We should have some, we cannot deploy the source code like that. We should be packaging it. Then it is tested, and after testing is done, app is packaged. So how this packaging is done, then after packaging, the app is deployed to server and then app is monitored. So DevOps tool just automate this each step, that which tool will do what part, this we'll understand. So this is a flow and there are tools for each. Okay. So for storing the code, and where the code is being pushed and all, we use Git. Okay. Okay, I think something, yeah, we use Git. Source code management, it stores code, so developer push code to GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, and there are cloud services also like Azure repos, then for AWS also. So this is where everything starts. So this is the trigger point, because if we don't have code, we can't proceed further. Then there are build tools. So if there is a Java application, there will be Maven, there will be Gradle. If it's a Node.js and NPM, if it is a Python, then PyPI. So there is a build tool for each application. So we should understand how these build tool works. That convert the code into a runnable application by creating a artifact like jar file or production build. Then how this everything, like check out the source code, then building, then testing, then creating a Docker image, this all is done by the tool, CI/CD tool. So Jenkins and GitHub Action, they are the tool to create a pipeline, which it will detect the code push, it will run build, it will do the git checkout of the latest push, then it will run the build, it will run the test, and will create the artifact. It will also create the Docker image, so we can create the pipeline. So Jenkins is a tool. We will use this tool to create a pipeline to connect to Docker and push create Docker image, and then push to Docker Hub after connecting to it, establishing a connection. So this is a pipeline that will do it. We don't have to do things manually, like creating a jar file. This will be done by the pipeline. So we need to automate it. That's why this pipeline come in, the Jenkins and GitHub Action come into picture. Then Docker is a packaging tool. It packages the app and the environment, like to run the application, whatever dependencies, whatever OS, whatever is required, everything will be packaged in a Docker file, and that Docker image itself capable to run that application anywhere. Because it is sometime that if we have to when this Docker image was not there, we have to install the application. Sometime in that application Java is not there, which was a prerequisite, so we have to install Java. Without Java, the application will not run. But this issue was resolved by Docker, because Docker, in Docker we are installing everything, we are installing Java, we are, so even if our laptop is not having Java, the Docker image will do that work. So because of this, Docker came into picture, so that it works on any laptop or any server. Then after creating a Docker image, we will have to store the Docker images. So it's like a GitHub of the Docker images. It's like storage, because we have to store the Docker images, so that if we have to roll back also, or if we want to go to previous image, we will have the record. So that's why we store Docker images in Docker registry. So all the tools are not being used by the organization. Maybe for storing the images, they are using one tool. We have various tools where we have Nexus, we have ECR Cloud, we have ACR, we have Docker Hub, we have Artifactory, but there will be one tool that will be used by an organization. But the purpose is same, right? So Jenkins build Docker image pushes to registry. Then what Kubernetes does, like when we have packaged our application to run the application all the time, so that it is highly available, it is fault tolerant, there is when we run it in production, there is zero downtime deployment when we do upgrade or anything. So Kubernetes play that role, because we will run we will run the replicas of our application, or what you call our services, our pods will be running, and there will be like replicas of it. So even if one is down, the other will be serving the traffic. So because of all these features, Kubernetes is like making the application highly available. That's why we are running our application on Kubernetes, because it is helping in deployment, and it is helping in managing the containers, or you can say the application, okay, and in making it highly available. So even if any one service is down, or any one pod is down, the application doesn't goes down, okay, like that. So that's why Kubernetes come into. So Kubernetes is basically where we are deploying our Docker image, and there is a way to deploy the Docker image in Kubernetes. We have manifest file for the deployment, so that we need to understand in Kubernetes, how manifest file work, what are the resources, what are the services in Kubernetes, how the networking happens in Kubernetes. Then Helm is a Kubernetes package manager. Like when we have a suppose we have RECHL server, and we have to install something, we use yum install. If we have a Debian or a Ubuntu server, we use apt-get. So apt is a package manager which install everything on the server. Similarly, Helm is like a package manager. So when we create a manifest file for Kubernetes to deploy the application, Helm make it more convenient and more readable and less messy. Okay, and Helm charts help it to make it more reusable, and anyone can use those Helm charts. They don't have to create the YAML file again and again. They can use those Helm charts, and they can do the deployment. So Helm is like a package manager. Once that Helm chart is available, anyone can use that Helm chart and do the deployment. Monitoring is Prometheus and Grafana. Like this is one monitoring tool, one part of monitoring tool, where we answer the question like, is app slow, why CPU is high, why pod is crashing. So we can see it in UI instead of checking the logs, going connecting to the server, checking the logs, which make it more difficult. So end-to-end flow is developer will push the code, and then in Git, it will trigger the pipeline through Jenkins and or any CI/CD tool. It's just one tool I'm referring to, but it can be any CI/CD tool. Then it will build for build tool will be used as Maven. This is for Java. Then it will create a Docker image. It will push the Docker image, and then the deployment will happen on Kubernetes, and monitoring will happen after that once the deployment is done. So what freshers should actually learn, it should be like this: Linux basics, then Git, then build tools, then Docker, then CI/CD, then Kubernetes basic, and then monitoring. So this is what I suggest to everyone, and even you suggest this to everyone if you are going to start. Okay, so this everything and this roadmap I'll give in this roadmap and this flow will I will give in description box. You can refer it from there. So that's it for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know your views in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.